Ho ho ho, 'tis the season for a nice holiday special here at the Atomic Comic Pile. Let's take a look at a few comics for the season. First, we've got Star Wars Life Day. This came out last year, I believe. Now, this is a story about the holiday celebrated in the Star Wars Holiday Special. I don't know why people call this the Star Wars Christmas Special, considering it is called the Star Wars Holiday Special. The holiday is called Life Day. It has nothing to do with Christmas, and the special aired once on TV 6 days before Thanksgiving. So, anyways, but you know what? I got a new Christmas decoration this year. Here it is. And so, for now, I'm going to associate it with Christmas as well. Whatever. So right on the cover, you can see Han Solo looking a lot older than he did in the holiday special. There's Chewbacca. Here's his family. Itchy, Mala, and Scratchy? Life Day. Why does this stuff always happen on Life Day? It all started with a call from an... And they're on this, galaxial adventure with aliens and droids and action, laser battles, spaceships. You know, all the Star Wars classic tropes. Very cool looking art style. Check this out. It's a Wookiee Jedi. Pretty neat looking lightsaber hilt there. We've switched to a different artist at this point. The style is completely different, but very awesome. Oh, you know what? I think they switched to a different artist because it is a different time period. Now we're going back 7 years earlier. So this takes place before A New Hope. And you can see Han has some sideburns. There's some long sideburns and some shaggier hair. That's pretty neat. And Chewbacca is, the way his hair looks, it's like out of Rogue One, I'm sorry, not Rogue One, the Han Solo movie, the Solo, whatever it was called, you guys know, but the one that takes place before A New Hope. Check out the facial expression. So I like the look they went for. Oh, look, a sleeping Sarlacc. Look, I may not remember this from 2 days ago when I read it, but I did enjoy it. If you can get a copy of this real cheap like I did, go right ahead. Switch to another artist again. This artist is terrible, and they're being mean to C-3PO, or as my fiance calls him, Filipio. Okay, I guess the art isn't terrible. Maybe I was being harsh. It's not great, but more story, more adventure. Look, you're going to have to read it yourself. I'm showing it to you. That's going to have to be good enough. And a big Wookiee hug at the end. Next on the docket, the Marvel Holiday Special, Issue 1. This is from 1991. I think I got this at a comic book convention in a box of 50-cent comics. Thought it looked intriguing, and I was pleasantly surprised when I read it. Now, it turns out they had the large Marvel Treasury-sized books that were in the 70s that collected Christmas-themed stories, and they had a number of them. And this was kind of a nostalgic look back at those Treasury editions with this new Marvel Holiday Special comic series that came out in 91, 92, 93, 94, and 96. The difference is these weren't reprint stories. These are all original new stories. And it's pretty thick. 80 pages. So there you go. Drawn by Art Adams. The first story, a miracle a few blocks down from 34th Street. You got them decorating the tree, or trimming the tree. A term I never quite understood. I always grew up thinking that meant they were going at it with some clippers and trimming it. Why can't you just call it decorating the tree? The X-Men are noticing that their mutant detecting Cerebro computer has detected the most powerful mutant ever registered. So they're going to investigate. In the meantime, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants are out shopping at the mall. Aren't they nice? And a battle ensues until the most powerful mutant ever registered enters the scene. That's right, you guessed it, Santa Claus. He turns the bad guys into little toys and lets the good guys go to the skating rink. Look, I just read this. I don't remember it either. Good gosh. Okay, maybe this little short story wasn't all that memorable. Yeah, that'll be my excuse. All right, so here we go. We've got Sue Storm of the Fantastic Four and her son Franklin, and they are out on the streets of New York. at Christmas time. You know what? Let me show you some credits here. Okay, this first story, who did this? Come on, are there any credits? What the heck? Am I missing it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's down here. Writer Scott Lobdell, artist Dave Cockrum, inker Joe Rubenstein. So why is he the artist and not the penciler? Now, our next story, this is written by Walt Simonson, and the drawing is by Art Adams, and the inking is by Al Milgram. You know, a lot of the YouTube channels I watch always mention the lettering. Who was the letterer? You know, no one gives a Christmas who the letterer was. Franklin wants this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle knockoff Christmas ornament. He tricks his mom into getting it for him, and then he runs off to go talk to this homeless guy, who turns out to be the ghost of Jacob Marley. Franklin does a good deed, which is sacrificing the Ninja Turtle knockoff ornament. Sue Storm looking for him. Franklin helps the ghost, who then turns into this guy, who leaves Franklin a gift, which he gives to his dad, Reed Richards. I'm not really selling the story here, but it was kind of fun. I don't know. I know I said this comic was a pleasant surprise, but check this out. The Human Torch is lighting Ben Grimm's cigar. Someone's throwing a snowball at them. They're on Yancey Street, of course. As I was saying, we're not at the pleasant surprise yet. Okay, so here we've got another story. This is written by Stephen Grant. The artist is Klaus Janson. Oh, and I'm sorry, the letterer is Phil Felix. Okay, so this is Midnight Drear. Bunch of homeless guys at night. Old man, little kid. Punisher shows up, starts shooting at people. Blam, 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 blam. Check out that buttock. I want my buttock to look like that. Yep, nice Christmas tale. Get shot in the face, choking some dudes, punching windshields, blowing stuff up. Look, blow up the whole car, right off a bridge, right under the crowd below. It rains down money on the homeless people, and the Punisher says, hey, you guys can keep it. It's Christmas. I guess I won't shoot all of you. That was that. Okay, 'Twas a Midwinter's Night. This is a story written by Tom DeFalco and drawn by Sal Buscema. It's all him. Anyways, this is a Nordic tale, so I'm sure it is about Thor. Yeah, there he is. Oh, look at that. I love this. Odin with his goats flying through the air as if he were Santa, spreading Christmas cheer in a Nordic way. Okay, so here is the story of the book. This one I love. This is a Captain America story. Okay, so it's written by Len Kaminsky. The breakdowns are by Ron Lim. He did Silver Surfer comics. The finishes are by James Sanders. I am unfamiliar with him. We have Roxanne Starr on letters and Marie Javins on colors. I want to mention her because I think this was a difficult process to do, where you would have the drawing in a color. Of course, now you can do everything real easily with Photoshop. So we have our tale here of Steve Rogers, which is the civilian persona of Captain America, at Christmas time. He, of course, has no family, and he doesn't want to disturb his friends during the holiday season who would like to spend their holiday with their families, so he helps out at the Veterans Center, where he runs into this elderly woman, and they get to talking. It turns out she is the sister of his old dead pal, Bucky Barnes. A little bit of investigating, verifies it, shows up to her house in the Captain America guise, and brings her a Christmas gift. First, he gives the little boy his shield to hold and play with, and now he hands over his little memento, the only thing he has left from Bucky, and she makes sure he stays there for Christmas dinner with the family. Captain America is a good guy. And this story, when I read it, gave me little goosebumps, a little teary-eyed. It's a very nice Christmas tale. They should do more of these. And look, he's got a pretty girlfriend, Diamondback. Okay, now we go into this story. Boy, Ghost of Christmas Present. I do not remember this at all. Howard Mackey is the writer. Penciler is John Hebert. And the inker is Al Milgram. And the rest of the people. Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay. So, we flip back a second here. This little kid is a blind boy. And he is running away from people hunting him to try to kidnap him, to hold him for ransom, because he has rich parents or something like that. And they end up running into the Ghost Rider, who the little blind boy thinks is Santa Claus. Ghost Rider saves him, takes care of these bad dudes, and gets the little boy on his flaming cycle, which he thinks is Santa's sleigh, and speeds him right on home. this is another story I love because I want to see more of this in the movies. Just have, regular people being victimized and bad things happening to them, and then let the superheroes show up and save them, save the day, and show that they're the good guys. Why do the movies just have to be superheroes versus supervillains, or sometimes superheroes versus superheroes? Can't you just have them doing good deeds for the little guy? All right, here we go. Captain Ulta in It Came and Went on a Midnight Clear by Lobdell Jensen, blah, 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 blah. They don't even delineate what they did. This was kind of a dumb story. This artwork is weird. Look at this splattery junk on a white, I don't know. You call that a background? It's garbage. Okay, it's not too bad, though. It is drawn pretty nice. I don't remember what happens in the story. This goofy-looking guy battles a bunch of goofy-looking dudes, or I guess they team up. I don't know. It's dumb. A Spider-Man carol, written by Danny Fingeroth and penciled by Ron Garney, and inked by Mike DiCarlo. Spidey swinging through the city, lifting a car. Okay, so he is in a hurry to get somewhere. So there's his boss, J. Jonah Jameson. He's come to take some pictures, I guess. Okay, so he's working. And he wants to entertain the kids. So he leaves, comes back as Spider-Man. Jolly Jonah Jameson, of course, does not want him there. So he's trying to get him to leave. The kids want him to stay. And the kids talk about all the good deeds that good old Spidey did in the past. And they refer to different things he did in previous issues of Spider-Man comics, of when he saved this kid or that kid, and they all happen to be the kids in the rooms or the brothers of the kids in the room. In fact, one of them he talks about is a kid who was dying of cancer, and Spidey goes to see him before he dies. I have that comic. I guess that dead cancer kid, his brother, is in this room. Anyways, it finally melts old J. Jonah, I can't say his name, JJJ's heart of coal. Yep, melted that coal heart. Kinda, sorta. But still, he doesn't want him there. And they remind him of how Spidey saved good old Jonah's son, the astronaut, and JJ himself. And finally he says, okay, all right, go ahead, Spider-Man, you can stay. But by then, Spidey has left because he's got to go battle some dudes and save some kids. But, of course, he makes Christmas mincemeat of them. It's kind of a neat drawing there. And eventually works its way back into the room where JJ is. And JJ takes out the final dude. Woohoo! Lift him up as a hero. All's well and ends well. The end. So let's finish with this brand new comic from DC that just came out this week. Batman Santa Claus, Silent Night. You see, it threw me off because it's got Superman front and center, Wonder Woman here, Batman's in the background, but it's just a Batman comic. Anyways, you get a night here in Gotham City. Christmas carolers are out. They are being attacked by these demon bat creatures. Batman and Robin come to the rescue. Batman is being, they don't come to the rescue. They're late. They're all dead. All the carolers have been killed. Yikes. So Batman does some detective work with the help of his magical snowman friend, who turns into Zatanna. Pretty cool, huh? So they're on the case. They gotta figure out, ooh, look, Darkseid, how to go after these bat creatures. Oh, here's another one. And it's taken off with Robin. Uh-oh. Someone killed him. What happened? Oh, Santa did. Okay. Yeah, Santa is, some old fighting dude from days of yore who happens to actually know Zatanna and Batman. They used to team up and do battle in the past. It's kind of weird. Now here comes the grown-up Robin. This is Nightwing. And Batgirl. I always liked Batgirl's red hair coming out from under the mask. I thought that was a cool look. And her purple costume, from the old show in the 60s. It's kind of neat. So they're coming to help out. Actually, I think they're in a different location. They're also on the case, but they haven't all the heroes haven't teamed up yet. And Santa arrives. Okay, now they're all joining together. And I guess they won. That was quick. They talk about the old days, battling evil with Santa. And it talks about his battles with Krampus. Apparently, these bat demon characters are a result of Santa not killing Krampus when he had a chance. We've got killer plants. Cool lettering. I guess I should have said who the letterer was, who typed in this font. There's a skill. And ends on a cliffhanger. Stay tuned for the next issue. I'm not going to get the next issue. You know what? I kind of made this sound even cooler than it was. Maybe it is cool. I don't know. Now this is cool. The Spy vs. Spy Omnibus. So DC Comics owns Mad Magazine now, I guess. Maybe they have for a while. And they have collected together every single Spy vs. Spy strip ever published in all Mad Magazine history. Put them together in this omnibus. It comes out in a few weeks. I may have to buy this. I looked it up. It's like about $70, but it's like 400 pages. You know, I may get it on store credit at the comic store, but I better act fast and have the dude order it for me, or I'll be relegated to getting it on Amazon, or not getting it at all. So ho ho ho, happy holidays.